All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Terence Crawford seemingly responding to Bob Arum and what Bob Arum had to say about the fight with Errol Spence Jr. not taking place. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Terence Crawford. Absolute, man, it's a funny dude. Okay, I know I get on Terence Crawford and Terence Crawford fans about this fight and various other things. However, you got to give Terence Crawford credit for a very good sense of humor and a very timely comment on his Twitter feed that has to be aimed at Bob Arum. But before I get into that specific topic, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're a longtime subscriber and supporter to the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos, which we do in the video format every day and in the live stream format every day. Really good group of people, specifically in the live stream. We get together, chop it up every morning. Got hundreds of people that you can have good conversations with boxing about if you are a hardcore boxing fan. So definitely join the boxing forum that we have here by hitting that subscribe button and hitting that bell icon. All right, so everybody's been waiting to find out what's going on with the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight. It is obviously the biggest fight in boxing that has a realistic chance of being made, and a whole lot of people are just sitting on the edge of their seats like, man, will you guys please, not to be too gross, but ish or get off the pot in this particular scenario with this fight. Let us know what the deal is, or don't let us know what the deal is. But the whole just waiting around thing is starting to kill people, and I understand that. However, you know me, if you've been on this channel for a while, man, it doesn't make a difference to me. I've been a boxing fan for over 40 years, and I'm telling you, I know full well that this is how a lot of these fights play off. And it's an unfortunate thing about boxing, but I'm just kind of getting used to it. Boxing, a lot of the fun about boxing is the boxing conversation. It's all supposed to be a distraction from what you got going on in your real world, whether you get distracted by, a really good fight that you see or by a frustrating situation. Either way it goes, we always wind up hardcore boxing fans always wind up coming back to the subject, and it's all fun for me. However, I will say it is definitely time for them to say what the deal is in the fight. But Terence Crawford made a statement on his Twitter that I thought was absolutely hilarious. And only way that I can interpret it, well, at least there's two ways that I can interpret it. However, the one that I think is more realistic is that he's responding to something that Bob Arum said about the fight. Now, if you are not underneath a rock in this boxing conversation, you know that Bob Arum was I do believe he was on Fight Hype, and he was being interviewed by, man, I'm so sorry that I'm forgetting the guy's name that he's getting interviewed by, but a big time boxing writer, not Keith Idec. Guy's name is skipping my mind. Please forgive me. But regardless, talking to this mainstream media guy, and I hate that I'm forgetting his name, and says, look, he's asked, what do you think? Lance Pugmire is a name. Sorry it took so long to get to it. Lance Pugmire. He's getting interviewed by Lance Pugmire. And Lance Pugmire says, what do you think is going on with the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight? Bob Arum says, look, he doesn't think the fight can happen because of the piracy that's going on in the sport of boxing and driving down the price of pay-per-view, or the number of sales for pay-per-views. And I think maybe one solution to it could be for them to reduce the price, down to like $20 for a pay-per-view or what have you, right, in order to get these type of fights made. Now, Terence Crawford comes out on Twitter not too long after all this starts hitting the deck and says, at this point, just say no to drugs. And so when I saw that, I thought to myself, okay, man, who could Terence Crawford be talking about? It could be two things. One, Hopefully it's not the PBC and him saying, man, at this point in time, just say no to drugs. I'm not accepting this offer. You guys are not giving me what I need, because that is something that was out there, that is out there now because of something on Terence Crawford's team said it. All right, so don't get mad at me because I made videos about it and it may have sounded a little frustrated. It came from them saying, why can't Bud get 50-50, which is taking us way back to conversations we were having a year and a half ago. But as I thought more carefully, I was like, it's probably talking about Bob Arum because, number one, Bob Arum is well known to be giving those interviews flying like a kite. And when I looked at when I was looking at the video that he gave, it's like, dude, you know, Bob Arum, when he said that, was absolutely zooted in that interview. Bob Arum for years has talked about how much of the greenage that he participates in, and you can regularly see him in that state of mind, and no hate on him whatsoever, because he's 90 years old, man. Do what you got to do, man. 90 years old, worth all kind of money. Raise your kids, have had a business for a long time, knock yourself out, man. I don't have any problem with that. But Terence Crawford right now is actually in a lawsuit with Bob Arum, where he is suing Bob Arum for failing to get him the Errol Spence Jr. fight, or at least that's a portion of the breach of contract claim that Terence Crawford has out there against Mr. Arum. I'm gonna call him 90-year-old man by his first name, by Bob Arum, right? That he has against him, basically saying that he had failed to do a couple things. One was that he failed to get him 2 fights a year for the last couple years as per his contract, and also that there was bonuses around him, Bob Arum, actually getting and signing the Terence Crawford the Terence Crawford Errol Spence Jr. fight. Now, interestingly enough, if I was Terence Crawford might actually be able to use that statement that Bob Arum made against him in the lawsuit that they have, because clearly Bob Arum does not believe that the fight between the two of those guys can get made. And that's a really, really funny admission to be making in the middle of a lawsuit when somebody's claiming that you didn't do what you needed to do to get that done, and that you didn't put forth best efforts to get that fight done, right? So therefore, you definitely owe me whatever amount of money it is. I don't remember, it's $900,000 or whatever that's specifically laid out in that lawsuit related to him not getting the Errol Spence Jr. fight, I believe 2 years in a row. I think Bob Arum paid him a bonus 1 year for not getting the fight, but I think that's for the year 2021, he may have been expecting a bonus that year for it. But, man, I certainly hope that he's talking about, he being Terence Crawford is talking about Bob Arum, and that he's not talking about the PBC. But anyway it goes, man, sooner or later we're going to see what the deal is. It's got to be, these guys have got to announce this one way or the other pretty soon. Kind of nerve-wracking for everybody. And also it's pretty much taking a lot of the attention in boxing away from around a lot of the other stuff that could or should be happening in the sport. But anyway, it is what it is. That's my take on the situation. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.